Episode 7. The Road Beyond. Rain still lingered. Only a light mist now. The safe house was behind him. Crowe never looked back. The raven circled high overhead, watching. The streets slowly came alive. Merchants opened shutters. Children chased each other through narrow alleys. Life continued, as though nothing had happened. Crowe adjusted the spellbook beneath his coat. The relic rested safely inside his satchel. The guild knew his face. The cathedral would soon discover its missing relic. The city had become another lock, one no longer worth opening. The road. He smiled quietly. I've never needed it before. By midday, Crowe reached the market district. He wandered more slowly than usual. Not because he feared pursuit, because he realized something. He had absolutely no idea how to leave. His father had taught him how to enter castles, vaults, treasuries, never wilderness. He owned no bedroll, no water skin, no cooking pot, no cloak fit for weeks of rain. Magic didn't change that. He was still a man who had spent his entire life sleeping beneath a roof. The merchant selling travel supplies looked him over. Where are you headed? Crowe hesitated. I don't know. Crowe counted the coins. Enough. Once, he would have stolen every last item. Today, he was simply too exhausted. A worn backpack, a wool blanket, a bedroll, a water skin, dried meat, hard bread, flint and steel, a small iron cooking pot. Crowe examined every item. Not for quality, for purpose. Every tool solved a problem, not unlike spells. The raven landed beside a stack of grain sacks. It watched silently. Crowe handed it a small piece of dried meat. The bird accepted. Neither seemed surprised. By late afternoon, the western gate stood before him. Farm wagons waited in line. Travelers talked. Children chased dogs through muddy puddles. Freedom, only a few hundred feet away. Then, guards stepped forward, prepared. One soldier read from a parchment. By order of the city council, a dangerous criminal remains at large. Crowe lowered his eyes. Another guard unfolded a rough charcoal sketch. Not perfect, close enough. Dark hair, leather coat, stubble. The captain continued. Wanted for theft? A pause. And murder? Crowe frowned. Murder? Crowe searched his memory. Then, the rooftop. Travelers were ordered aside. Every cart searched. Every face examined. Crowe's hand drifted instinctively toward a familiar pattern. Disguise self. Nothing. He frowned. Crowe quietly slipped back into the crowd. No panic, no running. Just another traveler changing his mind. Crowe returned through the market, this time not as a traveler, as a fugitive. A clothing vendor had his back turned. Crowe's hand moved before he'd even thought about it. A wide-brimmed hat disappeared from the display. Moments later, it rested low across his brow. His collar rose to meet it. Better. For now. Evening settled over the city. Crowe left the crowded streets behind. The warehouses. One warehouse remained intact. A heavy padlock hung from its door. Crowe smiled. Every lock led somewhere. A pick slipped into the keyway. One click, then another. The lock surrendered. Crowe caught it before it could fall. He stepped inside, then locked the door behind him. Dust covered everything. Empty crates, collapsed shelves. Rain dripped steadily through holes in the roof. No voices, only silence. This will do. Crowe looked at his hand. The well still felt empty, not gone, simply recovering. He smiled. So that's how it works. Magic needed rest. Apparently, so did wizards. He pulled the blanket over himself, closed his eyes. Outside, rain tapped softly against the old warehouse roof. The raven settled into the rafters above, watching, always watching, and Alias Crowe slept.